Well, hello and welcome back. I'm Claire, this is Purple Poppy, and today we are on December. It's a brand new week, so we are on Monday, which is the 18th, because we didn't do the weekend, and we're on Plaid and Polka Dots. Please touch. Now that straight away made me think about fabrics. You know, please touch, you stroke fur or you feel the weft of a tweed. But I didn't really want to be working with paper, so I thought, you know what, I'm going to do buttons. I've got a couple of these left in my stash. So I printed out 3 lots of polka dots, 2 lots of the same plaid, and I thought we would set about, we'll make some buttons, some faux buttons, and we'll put them on our card. So I'm going to start with this one. I've got 3 different size circle punches. This is a 1.5 inch. This is a 1 inch. Now this one never likes to work, so yeah. I knew I shouldn't have done that. I knew that was going to be a problem. This one, for some reason, is an absolute pig. Right, okay. But that is 1 inch, and this is a 3/4 inch. Okay, so I need to trim off my edge. How are you all? You had a great weekend? Right, so I'm gonna get a piece of scrap paper and put it along here, because what I've learned about this piggy little punch is that it works well when it's thick. It doesn't work well when it's thin. It's ridiculous. So okay, now let's think about this. So I've got 3 cards, and on one card we're going to go for a really big one like that in the middle. So we only need 1, so I didn't need to cut that. On the other one we're going to go for a big and a little, and on there. So we've got a plaid on each of them, and now I'm going to go through and I'm going to do the polka dots. So I want 1, 2, 3. So this one is going to show 4 different patterns in the one size, but they're all colour coordinated. This one is going to be a set of plaid, is it? Do you have a set of plaid? So we've got one big to the side, and then 2 smaller ones on that card. So then I thought we got like a lot of plaid, so I'm actually going to take that one out, and I think I'm going to go for this annoying size for the 3 polka dots. So we'll have 1, 2, 3. Yeah, see, it's so annoying, this thing. That's because it had a hole in it, you see. It didn't have anything to grip. That's because I got a bit cocky clever, didn't I, with that one? So let's do it down that side there. I really should buy a new one, I suppose. There you go. Right, so on this one, we've got 1, 2, 3 of that. So we got plaids and polka dots. There you go. That's my idea for that one. So then I haven't unfortunately got one of those European holes. That's what would be good for this. You know, the one that does the long, slim. So I'm just going to have to use this one. And that one. There's those 3. Need to trim this one out and then ink up both of these. So these are left over from when I used to sell actual vintage buttons on my Etsy. Okay. I sold loads and loads and loads of them, but we did actually get to a point where they were starting to go missing, and it was costing, you know, a lot of money to refund or replace, so I took them off. Okay. Get my messy mat up because we need to do a bit of inking. And we got an archival sepia here, although I've got to be honest and say I think this is now dead. But we'll give it a little go. Oh, it's not too bad. That banging you can hear is my bookcases. They stand on my desk here and they lean against the wall. And sometimes when I get carried away with my rubbing, they bang against the wall. So that's what you can hear. Worked out there's still some ink around the edges where you always tend to use the middle. So if I get my brush on the edge, we're sort of okay. Right. So there's our 3 cards. Get rid of that knife. I need a little bit of glue. I think this glue stick, well, it's glued itself shut as what it's done. Oh, I think it's empty. Yeah, so I didn't really need to worry about trying to do that, did I? I've got another one here. I bet this one's empty as well, isn't it? We might get away with that one. Okay, so I'm going to put these little ones on the ink, not the ink, the glue, and then we're going 1, 2, 3. Very, very simple little project. There's there's our fourth one. And this one, we've got the big one to one side. Whoops. Like that. And we've got two down the side. That's what we said, wasn't it? There's those three, and then we've got the three biggish ones. So one up there. One. That's it. And then this one at the bottom. And then, like that. Okay, so there's our three cards. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and I'm going to put some holes in. And I'm going to stitch them to my cards. Now I'm sure you've made faux buttons before, most people have, and normally obviously you wouldn't punch the holes through the cards, you just put the holes through the buttons, but because I'm going to stick these cards down, you're not going to see the holes or strings on the back, so I thought I might as well stick them down first so I've got something a little bit more solid to punch. Okay, and I've got a needle and one of my advent threads. This is colour 130. Anybody that's interested, it's like a creamy off-white. Got to find the thread. Is that it? Got to find the end. Ah, come on, where's the end? There it is. So we'll give that a little snip. Pop it back in its band. We're going to poke this through our needle. Now the question here is, am I going to do it traditionally and tie it off at the back, or do we go for the sort of shabby chic feel where you tie the button closed at the front? I suppose if I want them to be semi-authentic button cards, then I need to do them from the back, don't I really? So let's start with this one, and just going to come through. Also, of course, doing it this way, you can actually see the holes you need to come through. I'm going to do it twice, I think, because I've got space in the hole. So do two, yeah, like that, and then you see you can just jump over to the hole. Does make it nice and easy. manage to get stitching into everything, don't I? It's funny, when I started this whole paper crafting life, junk journaling, some 4-ish years ago now, I was scared to sew on a button, on a, on a hubby's shirt. I never ever did any stitching of any kind, but through this journey I've now come to love all kinds of stitching, as you know. So, a bit crazy. See, so there's one. This one I might cheat. This one I think will go the other way, just so they're all slightly different. So we'll hang that there. And then I'm going to come through like that. And then here, still doing 2 stitches on each button. And then this one, I'm going to go through and across, back through, whoops, and across, but then I'm going to come back through again, and then I'm going to trim it off. So we've got dangly bits on those 2, and then this one I think we'll do standard as we did the first one. So I've done a knot going through, and through, but I think I'll just do one crossover on this one, just again so it's slightly different. These buttonholes are a little bit off centre, aren't they? Never mind. Okay. There you go. So we've made our buttons, we put them onto our button card. Now what we need to do is find our relevant page, which is this one here. So take this out. I'm going to put some rings on first of all, because you can see they are starting to tear. There we go. It's the only trouble with a ring binder and this very thin newsprint paper that I used. Okay, so I think what I want to do is I want these to be hanging like they're on display in a shop. So I really want some brads going through those holes, which means that obviously that will go through to the other side unless I use a different piece of paper. So if I look in my scrappy bit and find, there's a brown envelope here. I wonder, yes, I think I can make where's my ruler gone? Okay, we use scissors then. I think I can make, no, we use a tear ruler. Sorry, I keep messing around. I think I can make a good sort of notice board. So, you know, like you have things hanging in shops on pegboards and things, especially if you go into these little independent craft type shops. They tend to have pegboard type things. Right, so we'll use this side because obviously the other side's got some writing on. That is going to go there, but first of all we're going to put these through here. With some brads. So where's my little brads gone? Here they are. So pull out 3 like that, and right, this one is going to go at the top there, like. Well, apparently not like that. So poke it through the hole, poke it through the envelope. You see, now that's like hanging, isn't it? I'm going to put that one there. Now I did say about gluing these down. I probably should have glued them on first. That was a bit silly, Claire. And then this one is going to hang there. Should we put it a bit lower? So that one goes on there. And we open them out. Okay, so now the first thing we want to do is we want to glue this up. So I'm going to use a little bit of this Elmer's Natural. Just going to glue that down. Into very roughly the centre of our page. Like that, and now we can finalise how we want our buttons to hang. I didn't necessarily intend them to be straight, but hey ho, looks like they're going to be straight. So get rid of that string, and then that one. Actually, let's do this bottom one. And then this top one. And then I went automatically to glue down that corner, but bearing in mind this is a faux hook that it's hanging on, the edges would potentially curl up, wouldn't they, if it had been hanging there a while. So I'm not going to bother to stick the corners down. I'm going to leave it looking much more, in my opinion, realistic. Just wondering if I wanted to do anything else. They've got their 10-cent price on. No, I think we are good to go. So we'll put this into our book. And all that remains is for me to say I'm so grateful for you joining me again today. If you've been here from the beginning, well done. It's quite a challenge, isn't it, keeping up with them all. I hope you found some joy and inspiration. Stay safe. I'll be back very soon. Ta-ta for now.